not truly, never looking back. Silver straight, hands on the throttle. Rewrite the creation full throttle. Rock the subscribe button, don't hesitate. Join our crew, it's never too late. Thumbs up, hearts racing, comments ablaze. We're building a community that forever stays.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the channel. Silver Shade here, back in Satisfactory. We're on what I call the planet full of gas. That's right, planet flatulence. I know it's called something else, but yeah, I call it planet flatulence because it's got gas everywhere. So what plan is for today is since it is now the Ficsmas season, which has started the December 1st and runs to January 18th, we're going to be working on the Ficsmas Factory. And I'm gonna since there hasn't been any changes, they haven't changed it because since the console players just recently I now have are able to play Satisfactory. I saw that the developer said that they're not going to make changes this year to the Ficsmas event so that the console players can get take advantage of it. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to kind of go through some of the things here and work our way back to the Ficsmas Factory. So if you're new to the event, you get this calendar here that you can open up every day for 25 days. So I haven't opened them up yet. So number one is here, and you want to open these up because you get these data cartridges are used for research, and I'll show you in the my workshop the research where you can use those. All right, and we'll open up number two. All right, DNA stuff. So you get various items, but yeah, you want to because you get these cartridges for the research tree. And we'll go ahead and we'll get in there now, and I'll show you the research tree. Let's go and look at the hub here real quick because I can see some holiday decorations for Ficsmas. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Oh yeah, all the garland, oh, this is so cool. And oh yeah, My Games UK was here, so that's kind of cool. It looks like he kind of stays there. All right, so we'll go into the factory. Sorry if I feel a little rushed. Something came up right before streaming, so I do apologize for being a little bit late. I'm gonna go through the employee entrance here. Something I had to do right before stream. All right, so right here in the MAM for the research. For those that are new, now you get there's this research tree, which I've already completed it because like I said, they haven't made any changes, but you get like here, you know, you'd have to use a data cartridge and you would unlock the giant Ficsmas tree and tree branches, and then as you start going down the tree, you'll need certain things to unlock. Like this one would need a data cartridge, this one you would need some of the tree branches, you can't make candy canes. So yeah, and so the tree branches would unlock the candy cane and so on, and the candy cane smasher, which I just so happen to have right here. Yeah, I use this thing all the time. I like this candy cane basher. Really cool. So I've been working on this hallway, and working on getting it improved. It's still work in progress. Haven't quite decided what I'm gonna do. Oh, what the? Oh, I know what happened. I know what happened here. I was working on the other side and didn't realize that it put this in. We'll just knock these out here. All right, that's good. Yeah, because what I was gonna do, yeah, I'll have to Because what I was going to do is I've got up here, excuse me, I have these machines here that make the fireworks, but I have to manually put the items in. So I wanted to take this and put it somewhere inside the Ficsmas Factory. Excuse me. I wanted to put it like right there. I probably still can, but we'll see. But these won't be here because these are where I'd manually drop the items. And so I'll probably only need these just machines. I don't think I'll need to like make lots of these machines. I'll probably just keep it just one machine at just like the 3 different machines, because each makes different fireworks, and there's only 3 different types. So I'll probably end up just keeping it like that. Just keep it a small footprint. If these would all disappear. Yeah, I just need these setups here. I have to figure it out. I just got to get room for it. Excuse me a minute. Sorry about that. I had a massive coughing fit. Okay. All right. So the question is, where do I want to put that? You know, because I've got this space here, but not all. I don't want to use all this because this is where the offices are going to be for me and Sarah. You know, I mean, I could put it here, overlooking this track, but then it might kind of. I don't know if I wanted to stick out that far. And they're pretty big machines, and I don't think I have enough room underneath for these machines, because as you can see, it's tight as it is under here. There's not a lot of room. Well, tell you what we are going to do. Let me remove that for now. Oh wait, no, let me put that back. Actually, let me see. Can I change this to half foundation? How does that? I do that. Oops. Do not want to do that. How does that work? I'm not sure about this area, so I'm not really sure about it. That's right. I'm just gonna put that back. It'll stick out a little bit. That's okay. That is okay. Let it stick out here, because then that'll finish up here. I might change. We'll see. I might change this. Take this section out. Take this wall out. And I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure how I want to do that. Yeah, because these machines, because I got 3 of them, they just won't fit right here. Yeah, we'll look around and see what we can find. But for now, let's go ahead and follow the path here, and we're going to get the Ficsmas Factory turned back on. Luckily, I have the power problem solved, because I decided that I was getting tired of running off of nuclear power. I still have it there because I probably still will need it. But I decided to go and I noticed that I could use rocket fuel, which will produce a lot of energy for me. And so I did that, and wow, in the middle of I was getting a lot of it up and running. You know, the rocket fuel power plant, and I noticed that the power kept dropping. I'm like, what is going on? And so I go over to the nuclear plant, and no, there wasn't getting any items that it needed to make the power. So when I looked, I pulled up the information for the trains. All the trains had stopped. Now, I think I've got them off right now. Let me go ahead and let me show them back on here. So yeah, I found with there was a couple of spots that were a problem, and I got those fixed. So they've been running smooth ever since. So, but it was good that I had the emergency power battery backup building, and then I started putting the rocket fuel power plant in. So now I've got multiple power sources, so that that shouldn't have any issues. I've got room to expand. All right, so this is the power room for the Ficsmas factory. All I've got to do to fire it up, come over here to the switch, and let's see, let's name it here. I never named it. Ficsmas Factory. There we go. So now we have it named. All right, so here we go. We're going to power out this factory. As you can see here, here's all the power. I've got a lot of capacity, and I'm only consuming this much. So I definitely have a lot of room. So we're good to go there. Okay, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. There we go. The Ficsmas plant is operational. Woohoo! We'll go and hide the candy cane basher. Yeah, I apologize. It's kind of dark in here. I am gonna start, that's the idea, is to start getting some designs in here, get some lights. That's why I kind of was working on this, get a little bit of extra light in here. So now that the plant is operational, the whole factory for Ficsmas is going to start making items again. And this is on, is it? Should be. Look, it should be on. Oh, no, it's on. Okay, it was off. It was on standby. Okay. All right, so there we go. All right, so we got that running. Yeah, we're going to get the factory up and running. Then we're going to worry about the fireworks. That's what we're going to do. We've got 2 trains that we've got to get operational. But first, I want to go around and check all the recyclers, make sure they're operating, because I think for some reason I turned them off. That one is running. All right, we're good. All right. Well, we'll check them as we go, because we got a train over here we got to get operational. And there's another one over there we got to get operational. As a matter of fact, this is a copper train. So let me jump out of it real fast. Come on. Jump out. Thank you. All right, and we'll get our customizer out. We might as well go ahead and let's get it customized. There we go. And let's see, what is this one? All right, so that's different parts. I need to figure out the color eventually. Not sure what's going in. That's unload. So something's coming out of there. All right. Okay, so we just got to get this train running. We got to go and back it out onto the track. Since the factory gets shut down, I figured this train was not necessary to keep operational. So that's why I kind of made like a little offshoot to park the train until we're ready for it. All right, now we'll get on here. We'll just go ahead and turn on self-driving. And now this train should be back and running again. Like I said, I apologize for being dark. I haven't had, like I said, last year's when I started working on the design. It takes a while because it's such a big factory. But yeah, that's operating, I think. Yep, that's going. All right, this is iron train. Let me jump out here. So let's change the color. Let's go with, yeah, chrome. Chrome finish. Yeah, that's like an iron color. Yeah, there we go. Let's back out on the track. Self-driving activated, and off it goes. Yep. All right, so there we go. So things are now operating again. Yep, that's working. There we go. So now that'll get going again. That'll get those machines operating again. All right. And I created, I've created this, this bridge a little bit. I haven't finished it yet. Haven't fully decided on the design yet. That may be one thing we'll do since it is in the middle of the Ficsmas Factory. All right, now we got a little bit of daylight up here. So that's where we got the stairs up and down. Yeah, see, some things are at a standstill because I think these recyclers are off. Yeah, they're in standby mode. I may have to upgrade the belts. Since when I did this factory, I only had the Mark V belts. Now I have the Mark VI belts. So I may have to upgrade the belts a little bit. That might make things a little more efficient. All right, let's see. We've got another recycler over here. And which is good because that'll help build my coupons back up again. All right, yeah. So I think I'm gonna, since this one here is a recycler, I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna upgrade this to a Mark VI belt. Because it's got those both coming through. And I'm going to go ahead and let's get the, I think it's the customizer patterns. It's patterns. No. Skins, here it is. Let's see. Premium. No. Oh. Missing Ficsmas star. Oh, wait. I think I have some of them. Ah, okay. All right, so let me get organization, depot. That's not what I want. That's what I want. There. Oh, that's no, that's right. That's just I had to go up one. There, let's make sure it's 6. There we go. Now I should be able to use the skin, and that'll get fill up the depot with the stars. So we come over here, customizer, premium skin. Or maybe not that. This is saying invalid target. Maybe it doesn't use that. Basic. Ha, this is a basic skin. Okay, so it changes the belt. It's hard to see, but it gives it a different look to it. What is the premium skin? It's for something. I can't remember what. Tell me. It's been so long since I've looked at these. Can't believe factory cart, trucks, and drones. Oh, okay. So factory cart, trucks, and drones. This is what this can be applied to. Okay. Well, that's probably why I never used it. Oh, hey Brady, welcome on in. Glad you could make it. My day's going pretty good. Let's see. Is this game fun? And what do you play on? This game is very fun, very addicting. I play on a PC, but they did recently release this for console. So you can play it on console if you don't have a PC. It's very addicting. I last looked at the number of hours I've got into this total in Steam. I have over 1,800 hours in this game. Not just, I have multiple worlds, so that's just total overall. This one I think had like some, I don't know, I think I have to look at the, on the menu with the load game, it tells me how many hours. Yeah, they did release it for console, but you got you have to check to make sure the console you have. I don't know if it'll go on the older consoles, but I know it'll be for like the newer consoles, like the PS5 and I think the Xbox One. I think not the Xbox Series, not the Xbox. I don't know about the Xbox One. You'll have to check your console, see if it's available. But because I know they released it for like the most recent, like the PS5. I think the Xbox Series X, probably the Series S as well. I think I'd have to look to see what consoles, but I don't think it's on the older consoles. But yeah, no, it definitely if your console, if it's available for your console and you like these factory type automation games, yeah, I'd suggest getting it. Found it, cool. Yeah, it's an awesome game. And you can get, especially if you like to build different designs and stuff like that, you can easily spend a lot of time. Have you seen, is this your first time to my Satisfactory stream? Already on. Okay. Yes, it is. Okay. All right. So what I'll do then is, since you're interested in the game, I'll give you a tour of this world and everything that I've done, and I'll give you a good example. You can see it in the distance of some things that you can do with the building. Now I don't know how it'll work on console, but you may be able to do things similar to this. So I mean, this is what I've done here in the PC. I put the trees, I designed this factory. I've got trains running through it. I mean, it's just, you could just do some really cool things with it. I mean, there are some limitations, and I'm not sure how much you'd be able to do on a console, because obviously consoles are limited. So you may have to be careful as to how much you put in an area. But you can do some really fantastic things, you know, if you're creative. I mean, it's just, I just got trains just everywhere. Yeah, I got my main headquarters here. Yeah, the Christmas trees are really awesome, and what they do, since you know, like console players get to do the Ficsmas Factory for the very first time. When you first start this event, the Ficsmas event, you have to collect packages that that fall out of the sky. They parachute down. Oh, hi Kitsune, welcome on in. Glad you could make it. But because of the fact that they haven't made any changes, I don't have packages falling anymore because I'm way into the event already. But the way it works is you've got packages that parachute down. You have to go and collect them. and you have to eventually open up research, and you can build these trees which produce the packages, so you don't have to collect them anymore. And then you can then take those packages and feed them into machines to make various items for like the Ficsmas event. Now these items, the recipes are only available during the Ficsmas event. Oh, no worries, Kitsune. You're really not that late. I even got a late start because something came up I had to take care of right before stream. So I was even a little late too. So you're not that late. So yeah, so you feed these machines, you make the various items. It gets more and more complicated as you go down the tree. Let me show you the research tree. I've got my hallway right through here. Oh yeah, looks like I'm gonna have to, let me close this off real quick here. Don't need to see that, that's unsightly. This is still gonna remain open because I still need it for the hallway here. So you coming down here for the research, which is your ma'am. And there'll be during the Ficsmas event, you have this holiday event right here. And you get these items you can research to unlock and to advance through the event, where you have to make more and more advanced items to build the great Christmas tree. And I have 4 of them. That was the ones you saw in the middle of the Ficsmas Factory. I had 4 of those big trees. And so to get some of these, to get the items like here to unlock the Ficsmas tree base, you need a cartridge, which I happen to have gotten right here. Brother Luke wants to chat here. He only knows Sarah. Well, okay, that's no worries. Luke's welcome to chat here. Yeah, and we share the channel, so yeah, me and Sarah, this is our main channel. We share the channel, so we each do content on different days. So to get the items you need to research, the cartridges. Now, obviously, other ones you have to make, but they're ones that you need. Primary cartridge. You got to come over here to your hub. This is the hub, and here in the hub, obviously, you got some really cool things in here. You got character customization. This is a content creator that visited Ticketor. I don't know if I can remove from sitting in the hub here, but he'll probably come back and visit Ticketor, so I'm not going to worry about that. But that's cool that he sits in here and I don't know, like maybe drinking tea. Oh, because he My Games UK, most likely he's drinking tea. Oh, hey, Luke. So you got stockings hung here in the hub, and we've got a toilet here that you can actually flush.
That is not its intended use.
And you've got Ada there that just popped up. That she's the AI that assists you. You're welcome, Brady. And the game will start you out in with a kind of a tutorial to get you started and to get going. And then after that, you know, once you get past that, you're pretty much on your own. But once you get the basics, you'll be fine. And then to get the items as here at the hub, you come right over here. There's this calendar for Ficsmas. It's basically, it's like an advent calendar. So I've already opened up day 1 and day 2 because they're already lit, since we're already on the second day of the event. You know, so tomorrow will be December 3rd. So on the 3rd, I could open up the next one, but I probably won't, since I plan on streaming this every week. I'll probably wait and open up all the other days on stream. Now, if you can't find a particular day, there is this get hint button, and you can put in which one you're looking for, and it'll show you where it's at. But I try to find it first. So yeah, that's the advent calendar, and this is where you pick your different milestones to research different technologies. when you first start playing, most likely you're going to be working on tier 0. And then you eventually advance up to more, more base building, logistics, field research. Then you've got the next tier, you got parts assembly. Things get more and more complicated as you go up into the tech tiers. You got your coal power. The one thing I will tell you, when you start playing this, you want to get to coal power as fast as you possibly can. The reason for that is prior to that, you're relying on biomass for power. And in order to get the biomass, you have to go out and gather the resources and put them into machines manually. Then you can put them into the bioreactors. And I'll show you what the bioreactors look like. This one here, you can't auto feed these. You have to manually put things in. So, but these do provide power. They do take biomass. But under your power options, you have a biomass burner, which has an input now. They didn't used to. They added that. I don't remember when they added it, but it was a while. Now, not long. It wasn't too far back. They added it. So you make the machines, and you can manually, it'll feed it into here. You used to have to manually come up and dump it in. But you still have to go out and get the resources and feed the machines to produce them. But you want to get the coal power, because then that is all automated. You don't have to worry about that. You set up a coal plant, and it'll just keep feeding the machine. Matter of fact, I'm going to go show you an example. I'm going to go teleport to that area. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop out a train and I'm going to drive there. It's not that far. As a matter of fact, it's over by the building I wanted to show you anyway. Oh, and here's another thing too. During the Ficsmas event, here's the items that you can build, that you can unlock. And you need the various Ficsmas items. You can build a snowman, you can build candy canes. There's the gift trees that you need to put down. You can decorate the power, the lights. Looks like I don't have those in stock. I'd have to set something up to put those. You make snow dispensers, reefs, snow cannons, all that kind of stuff. And you got tractors, trucks, you got explorers, drone ports. Tractors and trucks, they're used for moving resources around. Drone ports also, drone port and drones. Trains are also used for moving resources. I love the trains. Not everybody likes the trains. I love trains. They may not be as efficient, but I love the trains. You get to drive the train, you get to blow the horn. And you can kind of see as we drive, you can just see the overview of what the world looks like that I've done, all the things I put in place. And there's coming up is this battery backup building. Now, the reason why I call it battery backup building, the emergency power battery backup building, is because inside it stores a lot of batteries in case the grid, in case of emergency, in case like the power plants have issues, which has happened to me in the past. And those batteries have saved my hide multiple times. So here is, that building is cool. You get a closer look. I'll get over there in a minute. But see, over here, I had a much bigger coal plant. I was going to put something here. I was going to probably decommissioning this plant, but these are coal reactors. These are coal generators. And you feed them with coal and water. And I've got underneath, I have these water pumps right over here. You can see them right there. And they pump water through the pipes and up into the generator, these coal generators. And then over here, you'll see I've got these belts, this belt right here with coal on it. and you got to get it from a coal node. You got to put a miner on it to mine the resources. But you can see here's the miners right here, and the nodes they're sitting on are right here. They're right there. Now, the one thing to do to make them even is you can put foundations down. You don't want to go too high, but they'll snap right on top of the node. And so you can have the keep your foundations, keep things organized. And so now these will just constantly keep producing the raw resources and feeding your coal plant. So you don't have to manually do it anymore. Now this was my original coal plant. It had 3 wings. It had this wing here. I had another wing, the same length as here, and then one in the back. Now, there is another coal plant. I'll show you here in a minute. But I want to, while we're here, let me show you some things that you can do. Give you some ideas for designing. Now, this is a lot of this. Yeah, this is just for looks. You know, it does eat resources, so that's why on consoles I don't know how complicated you can make the builds, but these make up a lot. There's a lot of items in here, and so I'm not sure what my frame rate is. But this is just, you know, as you can see, I've got lights. You can use signs for mirrors. These signs are actually, they're acting like lights. So if you click on a sign, you can select your color. You remove the background, remove the icon, remove the text, and then you can change like the brightness of the lights. And then you can also make a, instead of glossy, change it to matte, and it'll change it. It's hard to see, but it does change it a little bit. And so that's where you get this also helps save power by using your signs as lights, because these signs, they don't use power. So you can put a lot of these down and create light without using power. And so inside, you see there's some of the batteries there. I'm going to go inside. I'll actually go up here to the roof. There is an elevator. There's observation deck level 2. Some of my trains, I thought they were running smooth. Well, that's a problem. So somewhere I have a little problem out here. I mean, I'm going to have to fix that. I'll have to, which is good because I want to show you that coal plant that's out here anyway. It's up here. So I'm going to fix that. And this will be good if you start playing and you use trains. It'll be a good tip of how to try to fix power, how to fix train problems. All right, so yep, we got our observation deck level 2. So you can come out here and just check out this view. I mean, look at this view. That's just awesome. I mean, it's a chaotic mess, but I mean, it just looks so awesome, though. All right, so we're gonna go down. We're gonna take the elevator. We're going down. We're not gonna go to every floor because I need to fix that problem. Because if I don't, it's going to jam up things. All right, so, and obviously I've got multiple floors. I got ground floor. I've got this like floor. So make sure if you're liking the content, hit that like button. I've got floor number 3 to subscribe. You know, make sure you subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed yet, if you're on Twitch, make sure you follow. That's floor 4. Comment if you're make sure you comment. And we have the share. If you know anyone that likes this kind of content, make sure you share it out. That's floor 6. 7, floor 7. Make sure you join our Discord. I've got it linked in the pinned comment, and on Twitch, it's in the about section. 8. There's a story about that. Why it's called Bob. I'll get to that in a second. Then we got the 2 floors, 9 and 10 for observation. We're gonna go down to floor 6.
Elevators are considered very uplifting.
And you get some funny commentary from 8 at times. There we go. I must not have decorated that. Oh well, it's okay. I don't come down here all that often. So yeah, so then we got all the different batteries down here, all the different, every floor layout is a little bit different. Yeah, I mean, this is really, really cool. I mean, you can get creative. Like here's like a different pillar. Like I said, I try to be, every floor tries to be, I try to have a different layout if I can, or a different look or theme. Not necessarily theme because it's all the same color, but try to make it look different from floor to floor. All right, so I did have a way out of here. We've got a transportation system, so I'm gonna go ahead and, because we got the issue out there near our main HQ, we're gonna go back to the main HQ. And we're gonna go out here and we're gonna try and find where our problem is. I don't think it's that train, or is it? Let's see. Okay. Yeah, what train is this? Ficsmas to Copper. I'm not sure what, sometimes I just don't know what's causing the problem. So one way I kind of get it going. Yeah, I do like the elevators. They're really, really cool. So to fix sometimes, well, until I can figure out what's causing this problem, what I'll typically do is just get it past this light and come back here and turn on self-driving. And that'll get it going again. And if you can find the one that's causing the holdup, you can get them moving again. Not sure what the no is for, but yeah, so it looks like they're starting to move again. Like I said, I don't know what's causing the problem. It could be maybe too many trains filing through here could be part of the problem. Because I didn't mean for this to have this many trains in here. But you can see that they're starting to clear up. I sadly have to go. Have a good day. Okay, no problem. No problem, Brady. No problem. Thanks for stopping in. Always appreciated. So yeah, that's basically what you got to do to solve train problems. I mean, there's more to it. There's something causing it. I have to dig deeper as to figure out what the problem is. But that's just one way to kind of get it a temporary solution. You find the train that's causing the problem and get it moving. What's causing this section right here to act up? I have no clue. I have no idea. But at least now they're flowing again. They're moving again. So that's good. I have no idea why they're highlighted in red. I have no idea. All right, so now we have the factory going. Now I do need to look at those multicolored bulbs. Matter of fact, they're right here. It looks like I'm probably gonna have to upgrade the belt, because you can see they're it looks like they're kind of backing up a bit. All right, let's see, what do we got? Oh yeah, yep. All right, so we're gonna put that right there. And let's get that. Oops. There we go. Oh. not the highest level I want. There we go. That should take care of that. All right, so now that'll give me the items I need. And let's see, is there stuff backed up? Yeah, this is all pretty backed up. So, because what's happening is it's making a lot more than what the belts can handle. You know, because they're all converging. You know, like you got these Mach 5 belts. And these Mach 5 belts can handle 780 resources each. Now, the Mach 6 can do 1,200. Well, I have 3 Mach 5s all feeding into a Mach 5. And that's creating a backup. Now, there's still going to be a backup because it's still going to probably be making more than 1,200. But that might clear itself up a bit, depending on how fast the items get used. So, yeah, we're going to do some upgrading. I know I want to get the fireworks done, but it's always good to kind of get these machines as working as smoothly as possible. All right, let's just see, how does that go? So, okay, yeah, it's still going to need an upgrade. Let's upgrade. And we got to upgrade that too. And we'll come down here. We need to turn our flashlight on. A little dark. All right, well, that's good. We don't need good there, so we'll do that. And now by doing that, that should... It's still going to split it. And it's still going to back up a bit, but it's going to because this backs up, it's going to force more down this way and into there. All right, now let's see what's going on down here. All right, well, these going a different way. Where are these going? Okay, all right, so they're all getting fully fed, and they're making the reefs. And it just takes time to make the reefs. Okay. I mean, I could also technically overclock them if I wanted to, but that might cause some issues because if I have it just scheduled, you know, if I have it optimized, the amount of machines to the items coming on the belts, then that could cause some issues. So as of right now, they're all green, which means they're all getting all the items that they need. I mean, one thing I could always do to test is put like overclock, maybe a couple of them, like maybe let's say one here and here, and then see how it affects over time the rest of the machines. I may go ahead. I may or may not need to do that. Let me just see how we look here. I see the reefs. Yeah, it's not even full. Let's see. Yeah, I want to make sure it's not sending. It shouldn't be. This should be a smart splitter. Yeah. Yeah, it is. All right. So let's see. We're making 2 reefs per minute, and this is what we're using. So if I go full overclock, once it gets up there, it's going to start making 5 per minute is what it's going to do. So there we go. So now every minute it's going to be making 5 of them. So, and I will have to see how it goes over time. It may not affect it that much, but the more I overclock, the more it will affect it. So I think I'm going to stick with 2 for now. We'll keep them overclocked. And if everything stays green, I'll leave it like that, and I might even add a few more because it, at least for right now with the Ficsmas event, it's not going to be. It's only a certain length of time, so you know once this shuts down, it's not going to matter. Excuse me. Okay. So yeah, we just the reefs and stuff. So it looks like this one didn't quite line up right. Yeah, it's because of this right here. I could technically fix it. You know, I might just do that. So this is kind of how you fix it. Clean that out, and then we're gonna go ahead and take this. Merger right there. Those belts back in. Those back in. Take that. Get the straight so it bends nicely with a 90-degree. And now that looks nice and clean. A lot better. And that gets that fed back in. Plus it helped to build it up just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. All right. So that's that. And so far, I don't think it's affecting it. I mean, it may take a little bit of time, but I think just these two alone, I don't think it's going to affect it. And in worst case, I can even upgrade these belts because they're only Mark 5. I can up them to 6, which would help to improve that if that was in fact the case. So gotta see through here. All right. Reefs, yeah, everything's looking good. Let's see what's going on down here. These are in yellow. Not enough candy canes. Okay, so let's take a look, see what's going on with the candy canes. So that's it. That's good. You always want to, you see something yellow, you always want to check to see what's going on. Because sometimes it could be yellow, which means it has, these are full and can't, you know, like this could be full and it can't do anything else. So it's like, okay. But here, it's not, this isn't full. This is not full. So this means we need to look to see what's going on with this supply chain. What is going on with candy canes? I think the candy canes are over here. Looks like the trains are having an issue again. Let me move this signal. I don't know what is going on. It's something with those trains, the ones that I brought back online. Path signal. You know what? It might have something to do with this. That's on the wrong side. I wonder it didn't work. Let's do this. Come on, get in there. Oh, hey, Sans. Welcome on in. This one. Yeah, it's been a while, Sans. Been a while. How you been? Yes. So I'm just gonna keep it. Let's see what's here. That's good. That's good. Okay, I think that's the part that's going on. At least I think. Yeah, these signals for trains can be such a pain. Aha! I think I may have solved it. I hope. That's that. Let's put one further down. Let's put one right there. What's the question? Never heard of it. I just looked it up. I've never heard of it. Okay. Pick this one out. Let's see what happens. Okay. We'll see how that goes. Fights are crazy. Yeah, I saw that it was an anime. I looked it up. Like I said, I never heard of it. Fights are crazy. Interesting. Yeah, it's been a long. I used to watch anime. I haven't watched anime in a long time. It's been a long time since I've watched it. I'm gonna leave these run. All right, we're good. All right, we gotta get back to this candy cane problem. I think the candy canes are they here? No, this is snow. Where are the candy canes? Maybe they're up above. I need to eventually get signage. These are the bows. Let's see. It's on Netflix. I don't have Netflix. Used to have Netflix a long time ago, but it's too expensive. Candy canes. All right, here's the candy canes. Okay. What's up here? So they're all in green. All right. They're making 5 per minute. And it looks like it's having a hard time keeping up. What's going on here? Yeah, I had a feeling this was probably going to happen. Because over time, because I don't think it was fully optimized. I would probably need more candy canes in order to make up with the demand. So, are these all backing up? No, they're not backing up. Those are out there. I think I may be better off to try to overclock some. I may have to consider upgrading, making a second floor for candy cane. Maybe I'll hold off on trying to figure out the fireworks. And the reason for that is since I may have to add another floor for candy canes. That, which means if I have to put another floor, this would have to go up even higher, that's perfectly fine. That's what I may have to do. And then once I get then that floor with the candy canes, then I have to just take in, tie in down here. And I've got several places I could tie in. I could tie in here, there, or over there. I could tie in. Oh, no, not there. There. You know, I got 3 places I could tie in at. So yeah, that's what I might have to do, because as you can see, as I come down here, I'm just not making enough candy canes. I'm really not. What do we got? Where's the hole? Yeah, let's see. So I gotta. They're definitely making candy cane. They're definitely making. How's this? There's nothing in yellow. They're all in green. Ooh, this is a tough one, because I need the candy cane. Well, I don't want to make too many changes, because they might be, who knows what they're going to do next year for the Ficsmas event. They might make some changes to recipes and stuff like that. So it's like, yeah, I don't know if I want to monkey with this right now. I don't know if I want to mess with this. I don't want to monkey with it. I don't know if I want to put a monkey wrench into it. I think what I might do is this. Let me do this. I think what I might do for now, I might go ahead and overclock a few. Because now I'm going to get 12.5 per minute there. Let's do another one here. Okay, let's do this one. And then what we'll need to do is we'll need to see how that's going to affect the rest of the chamber. Here's what I want to go ahead and do. Since I know it's going to put some pressure on it, let's change that to a 6. And that way, that'll help make sure that nothing changes too much. And that we'll just have to see how that goes. So it needs more presence per minute now, but it's making 12.5 per minute. So it's going to pump out more candy canes more frequently. And if the simple matter of if I have to just overclock, I could add more trees. I can add another tree here, tree line here. And I just got to figure out how to tie in somehow. I could probably take and run them this way in through here. All right, let's see. These are backing up, so I can probably increase these. Yeah, I could probably take and upgrade the belts, since these are all Mark V belts and Mark V lift. Yeah, let's do this. Let's upgrade that. Upgrade that. Oh, that upgraded that in. And so by doing this, what's going to happen is it's going to start to, you can see already, it's starting to free up down the chain. You know, right on down the line. See, now those aren't backed up anymore. So I think I'm going to go ahead and leave it like that for now until I see if it's backing up even further. So let's go and let's check this side. This side's fine. All right, this side's okay. This side's okay. So it's full with gifts. Okay. All right. So they're all still green, so I can probably overclock some more. Oh, yeah, I can see candy canes have increased. Yeah, there is an increased number of candy canes, so that's good. Let's see, that's not a smart one. That's okay. All right, so yeah. Yeah, so I'll definitely have to let's overclock a couple more. Because the more we can make, the better. Overclock some more. All right, there we go. So we went ahead and we did 4 more machines. And what you got to do when you do that is you got to kind of watch it a little bit and see how it's going to affect everything down the line. I think we'll be okay. The thing we got to watch though is here is where we would need to watch, because everything is being stored into here. Now this is kind of like an overflow, because otherwise we didn't have this, everything would probably back up. So at least with this, it kind of fills in here. It looks like it's slowly draining. You can see how it's kind of breaking even, then it kind of drains a little bit. Yeah, one thing we may need to do, keep the overclock, we may have to add another line of trees, which we could certainly do, which I think would help compensate for that. Because you can see what's happening here is this is draining. Otherwise, what we'd have to do is take the overclocks off or scale the overclocks back a little bit. Maybe not overclock all, instead of like 3 on each machine, maybe go like 2 each machine. Because it looks like it is dropping. But I am curious while that's dropping to take a look at. It looks like the trains are backing up again. It's making the candy canes, but it kind of fluctuates. What's going on with these trains? Ow. It's right through here is the problem. Take that off. Okay, well, I think that's going to fix the problem for now. Yeah, they're getting going again. All right, so yeah, so we got the candy canes increased. They're moving so fast you can't even see. They're hard to see. You can kind of see there's some gaps in between. All right, how's this looking over here? All right. Yeah, I think it is. It's definitely dropping. So we're probably gonna have to add some more trees. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a quick break, and then we'll get back. I'm gonna add some trees and then we'll figure out how to tie them. I think I know how to tie them. So yeah, let me take a quick break and we'll see where that's at. I'll be right back.
Steam is rising from the tracks in a world where we don't look back. Open fields and endless skies, adventure calls as this train flies. Hit that black button, turn it up, let the rhythm flow. Our channel's a train and we're ready to go. Rock the subscribe button, don't hesitate. Join our crew, it's never too late. Thumbs up, hearts racing, come into base. We're building a community that forever stays. Rolling thunder, crushing plains, reaching winds for telling gains. Crush weight in the lands afar, with every time we raise the bar. Sarah stands tall, eyes on the track, guiding our journey, never looking back. Silver straight, hands on the throttle, we ride the creation full throttle. Rock the subscribe button, don't hesitate. Join our crew, it's never too late. Thumbs up, hearts racing, come into base. We're building a community that forever stays. the moon. Our engines in tune, we're building a world and ready to win. Join our crew, it's never too late. Thumbs up, parts racing, come into blaze. We're building a community that forever stays. We're building a community that forever stays. Steam is rising from the tracks in a world where we don't look back. Open fields and endless skies, adventure calls as this train flies. Hit that black button, turn it up, let the rhythm flow. Our channel's a train and we're ready to go. Rock the subscribe button, don't hesitate. Join our crew.
All right, I'm back. Yeah, I had to refill my water, stretch my legs a little bit. All right, so yeah, it is draining pretty quick because it was like right about here and now it's here. So yeah, we're gonna have to add some trees in, and I do have some room for that. And I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna take that. We're gonna take this tree. Let's go. Let's see, if I go right there, I'm gonna block that. So in case if I have to do another floor and tie in, I think what I'm gonna go ahead and do is let's come over here. Let's leave that one open. We'll leave that open. We're gonna put the tree, make sure it's nice, centered as best as possible. Okay, I think that looks good and centered. All right. We're gonna go ahead and right on down the line. This tree's in. Okay. So then to tie in, we could probably sneak through here and around into there. So we're gonna grab that. Why don't we do it like this? Yeah, let's put it right there. And what I want to go ahead and do is this. Let's take this. Okay, yeah, there we go. I just want to make sure I have enough room to snake it through. Yep, that will do. So now while that's working, I can go ahead and put the rest of these in. And while I'm doing that, if you've seen our schedule for the week, you've noticed a lot of to be determined for my streaming this week. The reason behind that is I'm in a play test for Star Rupture co-op, the co-op play test that starts tomorrow. So I'm not sure when I'm going to be streaming that, because I got to see how long the play test is for, and then when once I see that it's probably going to be, and most likely it's going to be on days that I stream, then I have to go and find other content creators that want to collab, and then figure out the day and time. So my start time may not be on noon like I normally do, and it may be later in the evening. It might be a little earlier, and so it might impact some of Sarah's streams on the channel. But I definitely want to cover the Star Rupture. So the schedule this week is impacted because of that. That play test. But once I learn more details, you know, I'll get streams set up for it. I know Sarah's trying to get into the play test, so she can, you know, if necessary, if it falls in like the evening, she might be able to join in. That'd be kind of cool if she could, because then I can, you know, maybe teach her how to play Star Rupture. And the reason why I bring it up is Star Rupture has a lot of similarities to Satisfactory, and also like, you know, Planet Crafter. The main idea behind Star Rupture is you're sent to this planet to gather resources, produce resources, kind of like Satisfactory. You set up factory automation. But with Star Rupture, it also has exploration, where you have to go out and gather resources, and you have to unlock recipes, you know, get things to unlock recipes and stuff like that. But one thing it also has is that the reason why it's called Star Rupture is every 30 minutes, the star ruptures, and you have to get to safety, because it'll pretty much roast everything on the planet's surface. So you've got to get inside your buildings for safety, and you know, and then you've got then after then it's the environment changes to where it's like almost nighttime almost. It's like, because that would be like the day-night cycle. Daytime, you got everything's flourishing, you got all the enemies, and then the nighttime cycle will be, that's where the star ruptures. It's dark, you know, and there's really no enemies, so you can there's different things you can collect at that time. So it's really, really interesting. All right, so these are making extra gifts. Does this tell me how many it makes per minute? 15 gifts per minute. Okay. So let's just see if that was enough to compensate. It may not have. May not have. It may still be dropping. Or it might be holding. I'm not sure, but it looks like it might still be dropping. I'm just kind of watching it here to see. Now it looks like it's still kind of dropping, but it's not going as, see, it's kind of going up. Let's see, 185, 180, yeah. I think we may have hit the spot. I think we may have hit the spot. Yeah, it's actually going up. Okay. I think we're okay. I'd rather see it occasionally going up than continuously dropping. All right. And so the reason why I was focusing on this is those fireworks, I think they need candy canes, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see, I can probably find the recipe. Let me just drop down I think it's an assembler. Where's the fireworks? Ah, here it is. Sweet Fireworks uses the candy canes. So, yeah. So if I'm already struggling for candy canes now, adding that in to make those fireworks is not going to make it any better. So yeah, so I don't want to overclock anymore because I don't have much room to add more trees. In worst case scenario, I could add another row up to about this point here and then run in and tie in here if I had to. It then comes in here and feeds here. Yeah, I could try. Yeah, I could do that if I need to. You know, might add, because I could do that, and that would help. It'll give me, because the more candy canes I can produce, the better. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm only going to do 2 machines instead of 4. We're going to do that. So that's going. Might take a little bit for it to see if it starts dropping. May not take long. Right now, it looks like it's holding instead of going up, and that's okay. Now, it looks like it's still trying to go up, and that's okay. All right, well, while that goes there, let's go over to the other side. Let's go check to see how those are doing. These are all yellow. Why are these yellow? Oh, I can already see at a glance. It's all backed up. Why is it back? Oh, because this machine is not on. There we go. Now that should start to reactivate as they clear out. Those will get running. I may have to upgrade that belt. We'll see. We'll let it run a little bit and see how it does. Let's go over here. I think this is where we needed the candy canes, was up here. Let's see. Was it? Yes, it was. So, yeah. But we're still not producing enough candy canes. I can go ahead and take that reef and shove it right there. Yeah, as you can see, we're getting some, but we're just not getting enough to fill all the machines. I'm sure by doing what we did, it increased the number of machines that can run, for sure. What's going on here? Why are you iron? Really? Here's the iron ingots. Oh, okay, I see. It's coming from here. Okay, this is the iron. All right. Let's go to my blueprint, my blueprints. Colors, chrome finish. Oh, hey, Sarah. Merry Ficsmas. Thank you. Just got out of a meeting. Okay, no problem. All right, so we could probably increase, because we're getting a lot of, yeah, we still got iron in there. We still got some iron in there. So let's go ahead and let's upgrade this. It's going, just trying to do some optimization. I was gonna start putting in the fireworks section, but I discovered that I'm not making enough candy canes for part of the factory, and that's also going to affect the fireworks. So right now I'm just kind of just doing some optimization. And I don't know if I want to make a lot of changes because I don't know what they're going to do to Ficsmas next year. I don't know if they're going to add additional parts or change recipes, which means I may have to change the whole factory. So that's why I'm kind of like, I don't want to get too crazy. I mean, I could add extra floors if I needed to. I just don't know what to do with that. If I add an extra floor, I just don't know. So I think what I've been basically doing is just kind of making things efficient as possible. Maybe doing some overclocking, not adding a lot of extra machines for now. And just to see if that'll help until we see how things go with Ficsmas for next year. Like that. How about this? It's because of oh, that's oh good. I had the lift. Perfect. Get it from behind. There we go. Here, this needs to change to a 6. It's to a 6. Okay, that should help improve. Did. Why does this help? No, it don't. Or if it did, it changed. Oh, this one does. Alright, so it's still not getting enough iron yet. So upgrade that. And see if that helps. Okay, so did that help? I think a little bit. Yeah, see now those are all green. Alright, so now let's see how these are still kind of in and out of yellow. Let's see. Oh, see now I'm out of iron now. Alright. So we need to find this iron train. I think I know where it's going. Where's this train go? Aluminum scrap. Where are you? Concrete. Oh, you're going up that way. Okay. Change this. I get this to bypass and go a different way to concrete. Let's see where the concrete is. This is a problem. That's a problem. It's if I can reroute it, it'll take some pressure off the middle. All right, let's see. Concrete's actually up there. gotta be a way I can get it. Iron pipe, iron factory. Concrete's around. Concrete's right there. That's probably where it's going. I've got this line here. Maybe I could find a way to tie it in there. But then that still doesn't quite solve the problem of getting it out of the middle. Let's see. Well, I can get a line off and down that to get it to go back out that way. All right, let's see. Because you can see it's bad. I don't know why they're red, but you can clearly tell that there's a problem because they're stuck. And if I don't do something, it's going to stay that way. And it looks like it started once I brought these trains back online. So, yeah. Yeah, if I could tie into here, if I could tie in through here, I could... Let's see. If I go here, change that to a half. This here, that there. Let's get rid of that. Blow that up. Okay. So now then we have to keep the line going up. Well, we could certainly do that. What we have to first do is get this figured out. All right, so let's go right here. Let's run this to here. Get this to here. In worst case, I could also lower this down a bit if I had to. But let's take this. Where is my raise? Let's go right. I want a double ramp. Yeah, let's do a double ramp. That. Put it in half. Yeah, okay, that'll work. actually, yeah, no, let's keep it like this. Yeah, because I'm gonna go up anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Should it go up higher? Yeah, actually, it probably should go up a little higher. How high I need to take it, I don't know. But before I do that, let's take this. Go right there. Take this. Turns too sharp. About that. Yeah, all right. Yeah, we can do that. Okay. That out of there. All right. All right, so at least now this will provide another way to concrete, because if I can get that train from going through that freaking middle or even bypassing out that way, I can get it so that at least it might alleviate some of the pressure through there, and maybe it'll keep that stuff from backing. So the more trains I can get out of that middle, I don't want to get rid of all of them. I want to keep some there. All right, now what I got to figure out is I need to figure out the height over here. Of course, I'm in a section where there's no power. The cats are dressed up. The spiders is dressed up as cats. Okay, so let's see how we doing this. If I can cut through here and through here, and then it'll come in through here. So I need to take here. So that should be okay. And then I need the exit, which would be here. Turn around. Yeah, that turns around, comes back through here. So yeah, I could get through here. Okay. So now the question becomes, what the height is the problem. I need to make sure that I'm on the same height. See, that's the issue. I do not know, and I keep bringing up the stupid freaking basher. All right, well, we can just temporarily run this path, or we could stay. Ooh, careful. I run along here. Obviously, I don't, from what I can see, don't think this is high enough, low enough. That's okay. I can fix that. That's not an issue. The question is making sure I get this all lined up. And that would be pretty hilarious if it is lined up. Actually, it is. Alright, so I've got this gap right here. So the gap is right there. All right. Actually, it doesn't quite line up. But you know what? If they get a little bit of gap there, that's fine. That's all right. That's okay. I can deal with that. That's not a problem. Oh, stop that. Oh. Ah. There we go. Okay. All right. So take this, change that to that. Take this, all the way back along here. Leave that like that. Go along here. Right to here. Okay, so here's the good news. I can now get rid of that. I need to hurry this up because the trains are backing up further and further. Okay. On here. Alright, so now I could take this track. Let's go here with it. To there. Run this all the way out to about... let's see. Yeah, let's go right there with it. Close enough. Take this. Go to... I went like that. Take this out. That to there. Why are you stuck? Probably because everything else is all backing up. Oh wait. Yeah, no, that's right. Okay. Yeah, take this. This is a block signal. Change that to a path signal. Oh wait, yeah, change that. And that. Back to... It really should be a path, but it doesn't seem to be working. See, these signals can be such a pain. Okay. That's okay. I think that's all backed up because everything else is all backing up. now I've got to get this to here. All right, so let's take this, go all the way here with it. Let's see how this looks. Take that. Take this to here. There. And that to there. That block signal. Let's put it, this right there. Okay, so now I just need to finish running this line. It's gonna get that. This should get fixed here soon. Let's finish running this one, because then this will give me power so I can keep floating above it. Normally I try to do both sides at once, but right now the crappy part is it's no power, it's a dead zone. So let's bring this one up about here, and then connect. Lock signal. Might as well good while I'm at it. Go ahead and put in the signals here. Sometimes this is why you got so many. I get so many hours into it because I got to do a lot of troubleshooting. That should be good enough. I think the reason why that train's not coming here is because I don't have the return path right. We'll see. Okay, so now I just got to come right over here. This in. Go to about there. Nope, that won't do. Go to about, yeah, I think right there to there. Signals are all looking good. Yep, they are. All right, so I just need to finish putting the rest of these signals in. Then I can go back to figure out what's going on with that concrete train. And I may have to manually get it onto this line. I think that's good enough. If I get it off that line, maybe it'll help jostle all the other trains. Because I think part of the problem is there's just too many in the middle. That was part of the problem that was out there, because I don't seem to be having a problem along here anymore. Because I had some problems. I had to reroute the lines a little bit. So because of this middle section, it's backing up all this, which is affecting my nuclear power, because that's where a lot of the items come from for the production. Here we go. Almost there. One thing I'd like to do is if I have to do another floor above here, I would like to put maybe train lines up here and then maybe take some of the other trains off of those lines below and onto their own, which would probably further free up some room. That's what I'd like to do. So let's see. Let's check where this is going. Concrete, which is right there. Yeah, that's what I thought. I think I have some room to back up. So we're going to go ahead and turn off the self-driving. Back it up a bit. There we go. Now, what if I turn on self-driving now that I've changed it? Will that get me moving the right way? No, of course it won't. Turn off self-driving. No, I don't want to do that. I need to back up. Back up. Come on, back up. There we go. Now I can go forward. Come on. There we go. Signal problem. Oh, you know what? There is a signal problem. Just noticed it. Right here. This one right here. Facing the wrong direction. That could be part of the problem. If the signals aren't facing right, it's going to cause problems. We'll do that. Now at least we can focus over here now. Did that free anything up? Probably not. So we'll have to look to see what else is going on. But if we can at least get this moving, who knows? Maybe freeing up these fixing these signals might help. All right, so why are you? Let's take you off. You off? You start work? No, you stop making those. All those. All right. How about if I put that right there? That work? That make you all happy? All right. Well, it makes only some of them happy. What if I take this off? That one off. let's get another path. Let's put the path right there. So that gets that going. That gets that going. How about if I put now that there? I think that makes it all happy. And at least now, at least it kind of gets that those tracks working. Yeah, so it gets that working. Now I just got to figure out what's going on with the backup. Trying to see if I can't fix this. All right, let's see. This, I know where this train's going. That train is going way out there. Where's this one going? Petro Cove. You're going way out that way. So why are you stopped? All right, does it switch it? Perfect. Okay, so I just need to back it up. So now it's on the right path now. All right, so that one's going. Did that free up anything else? All right, so I've got a backup up here. All right, so that's keeping these from moving. Which means that was only temporary to get those going, but I got to get these moving here. What is going on? Why are you all stopped? All right, let's see. Is there a train here? There is a train here. All right. Where are you going? You were going there. All right, so you were there, which means you have to go along here to here. All right, so there's this train blocking here. So where are you going? You are going to Sulfur 2. That way. Okay. Not sure the path you would be taking. Sulfur 2 is up there. Oh, so yeah, that's the path along. Okay, so yeah, I think it's along here. Oh, what are you doing here? You shouldn't be on this path. You shouldn't be there. Why are you there? You should be over here. You should be on this line. Yeah, you should be on this line, which heads out to Sulfur 2, which is out over here. Why are you stuck where you're at? Yeah, this one should be Sulfur 2. Yeah, Sulfur 2. This is where this one should be going. To be on these lines and not where it's at, because it's... Where are you stuck? Unless you're trying to go back around in a circle, but you shouldn't have to do that. You should have just gone... Zzz. Let's take a peek in here. I know why you are. Something's... Oh, I see. I see the... Nope. Yeah, I see what's going on. I mean, I see it. I see it. Like... don't have a set track, is what I have. So let me back this one up. Let's see if this helps fix the problem. All right, edit, turn off self-driving. Back you up a bit. Can, carefully. There's another train right there. Let's take you, turn off your self-driving, back you up. Let's get you, back you up. This may have fixed the problem. Ah, okay. All right, so I think I see the problem. It's because the way this was set up, I didn't have a straight through here, so they had to go into here, turn all the way around, and then back out again. And so I think that's causing part of the problem. So I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is let's turn you back onto your self-driving. So that way we can keep trains flowing, or at least get them flowing. So then, yeah, I'm going to do that right here. Right about there. Oh, maybe I don't need to. Maybe that's all I needed to do is that. Try that. I don't know if that'll do any good. Maybe I'll go ahead for now. I'll just take that off. Leave just that one for now. And let's go see if we can see if the other trains are just finally... I think maybe that's all we needed was just that little piece. I may have to do the rest for the other four sides, maybe. But looks like just doing that little thing right there, that got them going. But that was good that I got that other train for the concrete to go off that way, because that's one more train not going through all this or going off that way, making a mess of things. But yeah, this one still I don't think is moved yet, but now it is. So it looks like the trains are moving again. So yeah, so it looks like we've got that fixed. Looks like that little piece that we put in plus the other one for the concrete, get the concrete trying rerouted, helped, and then get that other train going that way again. But the big thing that helped was just adding that one little piece of track. That seemed to fix the problem. We'll have to let it run over time and see if we have to add any more, but I'm hoping that just by adding that one little piece, that little straight section, well, it wasn't quite straight, but it gave another option for the trains. Maybe that'll help. I mean, it was a great idea at the time, but apparently, as more trains go through there, it was causing a backup. I mean, technically, it shouldn't have, but apparently, it didn't. It didn't work. It's like right there. Let's see. Are you gonna keep going? Yeah, you're gonna keep going. That's good. So it looks like that took care of the problem. But yeah, eventually we'll have to redesign it. No, not redesign, and bridge design. Let's see, I got some of the, some here. Yeah, so it looks like we've got that fixed. That's good. I think that's all we need. I don't think we need to mess with it anymore. But if we back up again, we may need to add another one. Because at least for here, or maybe it wasn't this one. Let me see. Where am I at? I'm all turned around. One of these. Oh, right here. I can see the weird shape. Yeah, it's right there. So that section, this section right here. Yeah. So that looks like by adding this piece of track, it got what we needed. And that's the good thing. That's a good thing. I'm just kind of keeping an eye on them real quick just to see, making sure that actually fixed it. I always want to make sure they don't get jammed up again. But it's looking like that did the trick. Just that little piece. Well, spoke too soon. I see trains backing up. Where are they? They're right there. Where is that? Concrete. Oh, that looks like that's that section I put in. Okay. All right, so we probably just need to sort this section out. Find out what's going on up here. Okay, so why are you stopped? Why are you stopped? Shouldn't be stopped. I'm gonna take you out. 'Cause you can stop there. All right, let's see if that gets going again. Apparently locked. Okay, let's get you a path so clear you up. Of course it won't. Of course it won't. All right, so if I take that out, that gets it running again. Okay. Definitely a way to fix it. I can get it fixed. I just need to think about this. Let's see. Let's take this. Go about there. I think that should be enough. If it's, I got. Oh, I can bring that easy. Bring that. Definitely. I go like. I think that might be too little. Oh, perfect. Okay, that'll work. That will work. All right. And then I just need to take here. That. Take this. That goes up. That. Where's too sharp? Really? Really? Go like that. This. About here. Whoops. That ain't good. Go to about there. This down to there. And get rid of this. Get rid of that. Alright, so now we just need to take right there. That to about there. I can back it off a little bit if it's too low. Oh, yeah, not too close, but I don't think it is. I think we're okay. And now I just need to get ramp. Double ramp. One. Let's see. Let's do the front here. Okay, that's a little better. Take that section of track out. Here. That. Go to about there. There. That off a second. Got that. This in. Oh. What happened here? When I did that, it wanted to go up top. Stop it. Stop hitting the wrong button. All right. Go right there. To there. This. This. Maybe they're stopping for lunch. Yeah, maybe. 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 At least the rest are moving. I just gotta get this one fixed. Now, where's my ramp again? Here it is. Actually, I think I want the other. Yeah, the double. Yeah. All right, and then just take this. Out there. There. That. Into that. Progress. Into there. This to here. And connect up. And now the trains are moving. Yay! All right. I think we fixed that. Finally. So, got that sorted out. I think that should do it. Just sometimes when the connections get like really crazy like that, sometimes the trains just don't know what to do. I mean, in general, it should have been fine, but the trains are like, "Oh, I don't know what to do. Tell me what to do." Even though it looks like it should go, they're like, "Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going there. I don't want to crash." So I can't blame them because that they crash, they derail, and you got to fix them. So. Yeah, so it's that's all it was, and that's what that's what I've been dealing with. Why they suddenly stop is I've had some really weird connections, and I've had to reroute, fix them. So a lot of it was my issue, not necessarily the trains. Just even though it looks like they would work, it's just sometimes I just had to simplify things. And that's why you got to keep it simple, Silver. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Let's see if I can't fix this a little. Yeah. Digs down a little bit. I can fix it a little bit. Just need to get. So you go here and there. Got it. Yep, there we go. That works. All right. All right, so yeah, there we go. So yeah, I think that's got it. I think that's fixed it. That's all we needed to do was just some minor adjustments. Raise some tracks up, that kind of stuff. That looks like that did it. Yeah, sometimes it's just a matter of just having cleaner connections. That's all you need. And so that's, even though this all seemed to really start acting up at 1.1. That's why I was saying it's like it had to do it. The update update wasn't the issue. The issue, what it did, excuse me. What the update did is it didn't cause the problem. It just pointed out where my issues were so I could fix them. That's basically what it was doing. I don't think it was designed to do that, but that to me, it looks like that's kind of what it did. Is when the issue started was when 1.1 came out. So to me, the way I like to look at it is the update didn't cause it. It just was pointing out, hey, you need to fix these. You need to figure out this is where the trains are backing up. This is the one that's causing the problem, and so the problem is like right in here. So you need to figure out what you need to do to fix it. So And I think we fixed a few minor issues and made some reroutings and added even more train lines in here, which is good because it kind of will free up the so things aren't so congested. So that's always good. All right, so let's just take a look, see how our candy canes are doing. Still not making a lot. All right, let's see. Oh, but this is backing up again. Okay. So it's backing up. All right. So since that's backing up, that means we could probably overclock some more. Why don't we? Let's go to a fresh line. Let's go right here. Okay, all right, so let's get this. Well, this one right. Thought there was something wrong. All right, there we go. And we'll do more here. Got 4 overclocked. See if that helps. And I'm going to take these packages I got. I was going to toss them in here. Where'd you go? There they are. Let's take them also there. I just need to let that run to see. Yeah, I think this is part of what my problem was last Ficsmas is the candy canes were an issue. And I just decided not to deal with it then because the Ficsmas was just about over at that point. So I just said, forget it. Not worth it. Of course, now I'm dealing with it now. But they're moving so fast. Definitely looks like there's more than normal. Yeah, definitely more than normal coming off that. I think this is the one. Yeah, they're overclocked. They're going off of that one, so they're going to be overspeed. Okay. They're coming down. Okay. All right. Let's see. How's this look? Climbing. Let's see. So it looks like what it's doing is decreasing and going back up. So to me, that I take that as stable. I don't want to put too many more. I mean, I could put some more trees out here if I needed to. And I could then overclock some more candy canes. But I'm curious to see how that is going to affect over here. Yep, so far so good. The trains are behaving, so I think that those little adjustments we did definitely took hold. So it looks like we've got reefs are now a problem. Really? Candy canes are backing up. But we're not getting the reefs. Are you kidding me? Really? What? Okay. Okay, so it's here. All right, so the problem is the ornaments is the problem. 3 color bulbs. All right, we need to take a look, see what's going on with those. They're outside up here. Get out of this hole. Copper Ficsmas ornament. So I need the copper Ficsmas ornaments. Where are they being made? These, I think, are the silver ones. They're the iron ones. Okay, those are the silver looking ones. Am I just not getting enough copper up to the where it needs to? I mean, that's quite possible. Are these them? Yep, I'm missing. I don't have enough copper. All right, let's go down here. And let's find copper's running. Actually, I think it's over here. It's this train, I think, over here that's feeding. That one right there that's unloading right now. All right, so looks like I've got the copper. I have the copper. I think what I got to do is I got to upgrade the belts. That's what I think I need to do. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to do a quick save, because it looks like I haven't saved it in case the game crashes, which hopefully it doesn't, but it can crash. So just do a quick save in case that happens, so I don't lose all the progress that I've done. I mean, the autosaves have been kicking in, so I probably wouldn't lose a whole lot. I'd rather not lose any progress. All right, so we need to upgrade the belt system. And by doing that, one, it's going to unload this faster. Going to get more loaded into here. Then we can take this, upgrade that to a 6. All I want to do is undo that real quick. Change that to a 6. Okay, so now this can go to a 6 as well. Alright, so is that enough? Kind of runs a little short down here. I think so. It might be enough. Yeah, because now it looks like it's not waiting on copper anymore. That was, I think, just enough. Now it's waiting just a little bit. Anything I can do about that? Probably not. Well, maybe. If I do that, because this is all backed up, so that way then this will all speed more. Yeah, that might just do it. Actually, I can even do it again. I think that might do the trick. Let's see, how's this? How these? That's not backing up. I mean, it's backing up, so it's not waiting. So I think that did the trick. So now we got the copper ones coming. Oh, hey, big dog. Well, come on in. Actually, I don't know. Let's take a peek at my overflow. You could be right. Where's my trees? Actually, this is needing... These don't need it. These trees aren't even being used for anything. So, technically, if I needed to, I could feed them into here. Because the candy canes, definitely, since I've been overclocking, yeah, you would be right about that. Because I've been overclocking, I definitely would need packages. But these are steady, I think, from what I can tell. Where is this? Yeah, because candy canes are good. But if you think I need more trees, tell me where you think I might need them at. Because from what I could tell, I think I got plenty. Because these don't use trees. These need copper and they need the red ornaments. And from what I could tell, the red ornaments are full across the board. Candy canes, I would agree with you on, especially if I continue to overclock. Yes, I would agree. And I could actually tie these trees here, this low row of trees. As a matter of fact, I got those trees right there and I'm being used. And those aren't, these are just for all decoration. So yeah, technically I could probably tie all those trees if I needed to into the candy canes and overclock even further. Yeah, I could do that. But last time I looked, candy canes were okay because I was waiting on the multicolor orbs. But yeah, no, if there's an area where you think I need more trees for something, let me know. Okay, you're okay. Yep, I do. Yeah, I've got trees everywhere, and some aren't even being used. So yeah, but I could tie them in if I needed to. See, I wanted to do the fireworks because I got them over there, but I got to manually feed everything. So I was trying to figure out where to put them. You know, I could probably move them over here. I don't need a big area. I could probably put them here. But the problem is that I need more candy canes for one of them because I know they need candy canes. And see, this one here, I'm waiting on the reefs. And the reefs... Yeah, because the reason why I got so many trees, as you saw, is because I need a lot. These take a lot of resources. And I need the bundles, and the bundles need copper ornaments, which I'm producing over there where I was. And so I've got, but I think that's just going to take time to spread out. Let me see if I've got... It doesn't look like I got any overflow. So this is my first Ficsmas. What's the end goal? Fireworks? Well, the fireworks, I don't believe are the end goal. Let me take a look at the... let me go ahead and let me build the MAM. I don't have to fly all over the place. Let me go ahead and let me put the MAM down. Because this is where you do a lot of your research. For Ficsmas. Is inside the MAM. So once you're in here, down here, the end goal, obviously, the main end goal really is to upgrade the giant Ficsmas tree to level, to upgrade to level 4, basically. That's really the end goal. So along the way, you start up here, you got to get the base. Then you got to unlock the upgrade 1. You got to upgrade the candy cane basher and the candy cane. And you also, the candy cane decor, the Ficsmas candy cane, the bow. The upgrade 2, a friend is snow and the snowman. Then you got your gift tree, which is what, excuse me, which is what is being used to feed the machines, because when you start out, like you said, this is your first one. If you've already started the event, as you know, you have to go around and catch all the presents falling. So And you can't automate yet until you get down to the research and start automating things, which you're definitely going to want to do. Excuse me, because it takes a lot. And then you got upgrade 3. Then you got the Ficsmas lights and the ornament bundle. You got the snow dispenser and the snow cannon, the decorations and the snow fight, the snowballs, and then the last one is the upgrade. And so, because I've been doing this for a while, and since they haven't made any changes for this year, because they just released it for the console, they didn't want to make any adjustments. So I've got like 5 of these big trees, level 4 trees. I got 5 of them right here, right in the middle of this Ficsmas Factory. It's really freaking cool, because I wanted them to be kind of like the middle of the factory. And as you can see, here's some of the snow being thrown out, you know, through the dispensers. And then I've got over here in the ceiling, it's got the snow coming down. So it's like snowing through here. You know, decorating all the Ficsmas stuff. Excuse me. So, but and so next year, if they make changes, depending on how they make changes, if they make a change to the recipes, I may have to redo this whole factory. So it's insane. I'm hoping not, but you know, or they might just add more parts. I don't know. I don't know what they would do. But if they make a change to the recipes, then yeah. Yeah, that's it. Then I'd have to redo the whole factory. That's why I'm also kind of hesitant to doing a 3rd floor for more candy canes, because I got to make the fireworks and feed the other machine. But if they make changes, that's even more redoing of the factory. So I'm kind of like, I don't know what I want to do. I just had a crazy thought. I won't be able to do it here, but ooh. Oh, no problem, big dog. Now, did you know about the advent calendar at the hub? I'm guessing you probably do. Oh, this might be. Just had this thought. Obviously, I can't really do anything about it right here. Foundation. Oh, can I do? Ooh, please tell me to do this. Just trying to see if I can make this work. You got some fuel today? Perfect. Yeah, make sure you check that every day, because you'll get items in there, and then you'll also get the you'll get these data cartridges that you can use to unlock. So you've built right here. This, where I'm at here, this is where you started your world and your factory and all that. Oh yeah, it is really a nice open area. It's got a lot of resources nearby. You got room to grow and expand. I mean, I got factories everywhere. I got. Let me turn off. Be easier to see. Turn off the resources. Show hide on. There we go. So here you can see on the map where I've got radar towers. I've got my teleport devices, all my train stations. You can see I've got stuff spread everywhere. Another good, nice open area, if you haven't got to it yet, is out here. That's just like this like dune-like desert. Yeah, you definitely want to be able to spread out. But yeah, this dune-like desert here is a pretty good area to build in as well. Lots of resources out here, but I don't suggest it. If it's your first time playing the game, I don't suggest starting here. If it's your first time, I would say you can start here more if you've gotten like more experience, because because there's not a lot of coal. There's some coal out here, so you can get some basic power. But you know, there's not like when you first start, you need a lot of biomass, and there's not a lot of biomass out there. There might be some through here, maybe through here. You know, there's a swamp area down here. You know, maybe some biomass here, but you need a lot of biomass, and this big desert area doesn't have a lot of biomass. So for someone first starting out, I don't recommend this area. You certainly can. It's a struggle and a challenge. But this is more for like someone who's been playing the game for a while, has a lot of experience, and knows how to quickly get through the tech trees to get to coal power and get through there. I mean, it can be done if you've never done it. If it's your first time, you can do it. It's just really, really frustrating, because I've started in this area before, and it can be done. Excuse me, but it's very frustrating. But yeah, you're going to want to spread out, you know, get resources from all over the place. I always suggest, excuse me, instead of like one big mega factory, you can do mega factories if you want to, but I always suggest smaller outpost like factories, because it spreads out, you know, because what happens, especially on a computer, on your PC, if you got a lot in one area, it really can drag down your performance. So you definitely want to spread out so it doesn't drag your performance down. And when you do that, then it gives you some overhead to be able to build and some really nice looking buildings, some facades and stuff like that for the buildings. Make them look nice. So that way you've got room, because you spread out. And get them out. Yeah, you definitely want to spread out and get them. Yeah, what I suggest is when you're going to do it, you got to plan ahead, because if you're going to go here, if you're starting here and you want to get out to here, getting out to there is a pain, because you've got no power out here. So you've got to run either like a train line or power lines all the way out here. And it's very, very time consuming to get there and back. So what I always do for me, and this is something I always suggest, is slowly expand out the way you want to go. But think about it. Go, okay, it's like, okay, this is the factory I want to do. So where do I want to put it? All right, I want to put the factory out here. All right, so what resources do I need for that factory? What do I need to make? So if you need plastics, go, I'm here, so I need plastics. So, okay, I can make fuel and plastics and rubber here. So you expand out to here because it's closer. Because you also, there's silicon out here you can make and stuff like that. So you slowly expand out into this region. Then you can then gonna start expanding out this way. And so you get out to here. Now, not everybody likes trains. Some people prefer trucks. There's drones. I personally prefer the trains. I don't really like the trucks. I mean, they're good. You can use them. But the thing is, with the trucks, you have to have fuel and stuff like that. 100%. It's telling me it's time to make separate factories at phase 3. How much RAM are you running? Okay, so for RAM. Excuse me. Let me get a quick drink here. Okay. Because I'm on a desktop machine, I have 64 gigs of memory. That's system memory. Now, because I've got a dedicated, because I'm on an actual tower, a desktop, I have a dedicated graphics card with 12 gigs of video memory. So it looks like you're on a laptop. So yeah, you're gonna have to probably be a little bit more conscious of where you're building, because like it's telling you that you're on phase 3 already, and you're gonna already have to start spreading out. You know, I've already completed, I just recently too. Let me go ahead and let me show you where I'm at. I'll get out of here. I'll go over to the main hub here. Because I've already completed that. That's completed in phase 5. And if you're working on phase 3, yeah, because it's gonna get crazy what you need for phase 5. So let's get down here. For anyone watching that hasn't started yet, this is what I was talking about. This is the advent calendar for Ficsmas right here. So I know Big Dogs already know about it, but I'm just, for anyone else that's watching that don't know about it, this is the advent calendar. When you open it up, you got to find the days each day. So the event starts on December 1st, and actually the event ends January 18th, but you only have 25 days on the calendar. So you've got to find, every day you can open up each window. I probably will wait, and since I'm going to be probably streaming it each week, I'll probably open up and wait and open them all up on stream up to that date. That's what I'm going to end up doing. But so here, so this is so give you an idea, Big Dog. Since this is probably, I'm guessing this is where you're at. You're probably right along here. You probably got coal power, or working on coal power, or have it unlocked now. Vehicle transport, so these are the trucks. You probably also got the basic steel, and then you probably have like the Xeno Basher and inventory slot. So I'm guessing this is probably right where you're at. So then you got to get to phase 4. Let's see, I may need to get 6532, and my 5070 Ti has been okay for graphics so far, but we'll see. Awesome. Thanks, Big Dog. You dropped the sub. Appreciate that. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you're right around there. Yeah, I definitely strongly suggest getting 64 gigs of memory. If you only have 32, I do strongly suggest it. I don't know if you're a content creator. Yeah, either way, whether you're a content creator or not, you're going to benefit from the extra memory. But, content creators, need a lot of resources, because we got the game running. We got like our broadcasting software running. I've got software so I can change my scenes. I got my microphone. I got Caster Labs to merge all that. So I use I go, my system takes a big hit. It goes through a big hit, plus streaming out. So yeah. So you can imagine that I've got my settings down kind of like maybe around medium-ish, so that I got room to be able to do what I got to do. So, but if you're just playing the game, I still strongly suggest 64, because you figure you got the game running, you got probably like Windows running. If you've got anything else, some people when they're building or playing, they like to have their own music playing and stuff like that. So yeah, I do strongly suggest 64. Your system will be a lot happier for it. It really will. So when you get to tier 4, you get blueprints, you'll get Mark III belts, bigger storage, you'll get Mark III lifts, stackable pipelines, you'll get more advanced steel production, you'll get Mark II miners, encased beams, stators, motors, automatic wiring for the project part number 3 for the space elevator. Then you're gonna have to, then you get an enhanced expanded power storage, power tower platform, I use these occasionally. I use them kind of more for like aesthetics. I mean, I still use them to transmit power, but I like them more for aesthetics, but I still transport power through them. Now this one, power storage, this one, not everybody uses them. I personally recommend it. The reason I recommend the power storage is I don't know if you've experienced this yet. It's the dreaded power down sound. It's where the grid shuts off because you got no power. It goes. Everybody who plays this game hates that sound. Excuse me. It's one of the worst sounds to hear, because then you're trying to troubleshoot. Why is my power down? What's going on? So I suggest definitely getting here and building some extra batteries. And what they do is they store extra power in case something happens. Now, I can give you a couple examples. These have saved my hide so many times that, because when you're expanding, a lot of times you don't think about, oh, you need to go expand your power grid. So you'll be building and building, like I'll be building and building, expanding. And the next thing I know, down goes the power. I'm like, oh, you're kidding me. So what I've started doing is incorporating these into getting at least a few. Because what happens is, as you're building, a notification will pop up telling you, hey, you're running on battery power. So depending on how many batteries you have, it will give you some time to go figure out what's wrong with your grid. Why is your power not where it should be? Sometimes it's just a simple matter of you just got to expand your power grid. Like you've been adding machines, and a lot of times in that situation, you just have to build your power grid up. Like you're not producing enough power. Other times, like in my case, a couple times, because I use trains, and I've had some issues where my trains back up all of a sudden. They stop on the tracks because I guess the way I had some connections, so they back up. When they back up, can't get the parts to where they need to produce the items to make power. And so what that happens is then I start to lose power because I can't get the items I need to keep the power up. So yeah, that's a big one. So I do strongly recommend power storage. I really do. Yeah, and I've got a big building that I can show you here in a minute. Big building, fancy building that I spent, I don't know how many I think about 14 live streams building that thing. It turned out really nice. And you get hyper tubes is another way to get around. And then we got tier 5, you get jetpacks, oil processing. So you get a lot more advanced materials, Mark IV belts, fluid packaging. This is where you start getting like your liquid biofuels, packaged oil, packaged water, packaged heavy residue, petroleum power. And then tier 6, it gets even worse. Now you're getting into manufacturing. You got to make computers, heavy modular frames, modular engine for the space elevator, adaptive control for the space elevator. Yeah, definitely. If you like trains, I do suggest getting into the trains because I love the trains. The signals can be a little wonky, but definitely workable. It just takes some patience, especially when things are. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you were here earlier when I was having some train problems and I had to sort them out. But yeah, so the trains, they're great for moving things around. Not everybody likes them because, a lot of people say they're not efficient, but me personally, I don't care. I like the trains, whether they're efficient or not. I like watching them on the tracks running all over the place. So I that's what I like. And they added this buffer stop because before you could just hit the end of the track and it would auto stop. Now they've made it to where you need a buffer stop, because if you hit the end of a track, you're just going to go right going and crash. So here's the signals: block signal, pass signal, upgraded pipes, blueprints. Then you get into tier 7 as you start getting into aluminum. Yeah, it gets even crazier than this. You get your hover pack, which I like the hover pack. As long as you've got power grid, you can just hover all over the place. You get Mark 5 belts, hazmat suit, so you can start dealing with radiation. Because then in here you got control, you get sulfuric acid, sulfur, supercomputers, radio control units, batteries, blender, the assembly director for the space elevator, and then you got aeronautical engineering, drone. Here's your drones. I don't really care for the drones too much personally, because they don't hold a whole lot, you know, so for transporting. So, and you have to be able to fuel them up. I don't know if they've changed that. I haven't put up a drone port in a while. But then you get into nuclear power, which I hate. Oh, I hate this nuclear power with a passion. But unfortunately, I had to do it because I think you need to some things in order to progress, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not 100% sure, but I know eventually you probably do need it, I think. First, if you want to make certain items, you need the nuclear power. I'm not relying on it anymore because I did rocket fuel. I found the recipe for that. Now you got where you can get wells to get like oil and water and other gases out of the ground. There's nodes for that. Turbo motors, Mark III miners. I love these Mark III miners. Here's a propulsion rocket for the project assembly. And you got particle enrichment, nitric acid, non-fissile uranium, get into nuclear pasta, pressure conversion cube, copper, particle accelerator, plutonium fuel rods. And then you got up here, you got your converter. You can see it starts really, really ramping up in complexity. You get time crystals, quantum encoder, super oscillators, dark matter crystal. You got your blueprint designer 3. These I loved. Oh, this is awesome. This is a little complicated to set up, but right here, these 3 here to make you can teleport around the map. You put the teleports where you have like your main base of operation, then you can put the satellite portals so you can quickly teleport to sections on the map. Like your mini outposts. That's a must, but you got to make the singularity cells, and they take quite a bit of materials to make, and you got to constantly keep making them because because it keeps continually. These need to be continually. The main portals need to be continually fed, and so yeah, this is for the project assembly, and then you get your Mark 6 belts, the Fixonium, and the fuel rods. So a lot of complicated parts. Yeah, that's why I definitely suggest getting upgraded memory. Because especially if you're going to do interesting builds like here. I made this nice fountain. You can see the of my main headquarters. I've shown kind of how to do simple designs like that on the outside of a building. So instead of looking so plain, you get some really interesting designs just by doing some simple things. And I'm gonna jump on a train real quick, and I'm gonna show you the battery building. You can kind of see it in the distance right there. I'm on the train, so you can't see it, but you see that big building right there? That tall, like, radio tower? That's the building we're headed to. Yeah, I like jumping the trains and blowing the horn. But yeah, you got the vantage point, the view from up on top of that building is just absolutely fantastic. Yeah, slowly but surely I've been working on design elements here and there. Trying to make it look really nice around the area. But of course that all takes a hit the more stuff you put in an area. So, you know, right here, this is basically 10 floors. And I got an elevator through the middle of it. This is 10 freaking floors. And 8 of them contain batteries. Which I lost count of how many batteries are there, but you can see there's a lot. We're going to head inside, of course. We're going to go up to the top here. You know, got observation deck 1 and then observation deck 2. This took a lot of time to make. Really did. But the view from up here is fantastic. Gorgeous. It looks chaotic, but it looks really cool though when you see it from up high. And then we'll go ahead and inside here. We're going to take the elevator. Got to call the elevator. But yeah, with practice, you can do some really nice things. I mean, there are some limitations, of course, but you can really come up with some really nice designs. All right, so we're going to go to our... What do I want to go to? I think it's our shear floor. I'll go to that floor. But yeah, I don't... Oh, I never told the story about why this 8th floor is called Bob.
It gets a little stale in here.
Yeah, this is the floor right here. Can I change this real quick? Let me customize it. Where's that? No, I can't. The elevator's in the way. All right, nothing I can do about it. But yeah, I try to do different layouts and designs for each floor, so they're all different. This is just different designs for like holding up the different like pillars. So every floor is try to be look a little different. But yeah, it's the reason why the 8th floor is called Bob is I've got a content creator that I know that likes to come in and view. They'll do live streams, and they'll come in and they'll do tours of worlds of people, satisfactory worlds of what people have been working on. And he came in, and I told him I hadn't named that floor yet. He goes, "Well, why don't you call it Bob?" So I just called it Bob because I didn't know what else to call it. So I called it Bob. So, and out here I've got, this is the teleporter right here. So if I wanted to quickly get back to my main HQ, I can. So I just step into the teleporter and in I go. And I've got this really cool hallway here. I've got my fix-it shop here. I've got, the way I situated this awesome sink is I can walk up to it and make it look like an ATM machine. The way it sticks out the glass, so it looks like an ATM machine. I got my MAM here, my equipment workshop, my crafting bench. Kind of trying to create a hallway here. Now this is on the back side here. This is where all those singularity cells come in, because this is the main area where I've got them, and so they feed into these machines, and it uses one singularity cell every 2 minutes. So you got to make sure you're producing enough. So the more of these you make, you got to make sure you're making enough. So yeah, so you get on the back side, it feeds in. So I'm trying to hide them so people don't see them, which I'm slowly working on doing. So yeah, so this is like the main hallway area. And so I've got this set up to where I'm making this goes into the Ficsmas Factory. And when Ficsmas is over, I can come right over here to this room right here. And all I got to do to shut it off is I just have to come on here and flip the switch. And I shut the factory off when the event is over. And then, because there's no sense wasting power because the trees won't produce anything. So it's best to just let it go. Figures I'm right by the snow and I'm saying let it go. So yeah, that's pretty much, you know, that's the things that I suggest. Yeah, and like I said, I do suggest 64 gigs of memory. Oh, that's something I want to point out. I'm glad this is here. If you're, especially for those new to the event, if you see this, be very careful. First time I saw this, I'm like, oh, we get nobelisks for the event? I'm going to show you why you need to be careful. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save my game. And it was saved. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a storage bin. Under organization, right here. I'm just going to stick it right here. Good enough. It's only temporary. And I'm taking all this stuff. Store all. There we go. You know what? Yeah, let's trash that and trash that. I don't need those. Okay. All right. So I've got that there. I'm going to do one more save real fast. Save game. These items here, that should be okay. I'll get them back. Let's see. All right. So now, what I could do is I can just reload. So that way, I want to. So what you got to do is this. Well, this is why you got to be careful. Like I said, these are nobelisks. So if you've never used a nobelisk before, let's see. Do I have any in? I took them out. Where are they? Here we go. These are nobelisks. We're taking with throw one. Okay. And they explode. So, yeah. So when I first did this, I'm like, oh, cool. And I grabbed it. This is basically what happened. It blows up and kills you. And when you respawn, inside, it tells you days last since incident are now 0. So there's a counter that tells you when you last basically died in the game. So yeah. Be very careful with those, because of the fact that when how I did it, I'm just gonna reload the game, and then I'll just pick all those back up. When I did it originally, load the game. Once you load. Weird. Let me try loading the autosave. Can I load the autosave? Oh. All right. Well, I'll tell you what I can do. Let me go ahead and exit to the main menu. Since I gotta say, it's not a big deal. Not a big deal. So when I last did it, the first time I did it, session connect, check your connection, try again. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Offline. All right, that's fine. Load. Why is it offline? That's weird. That's really weird. Let me try. Can I load the autosave? Oh. Weird. All right, I tell you what. I'm gonna go ahead and let me go on a quick break, real quick. I'm gonna quit the game and go back in, see if that fixes it. I'll be right back.
tracks in a world where we don't look back. Open fields and endless skies, adventure calls as this train flies. Hit that black button, turn it up, let the rhythm flow. Our channel's a train and we're ready to go. Rock the subscribe button, don't hesitate. Join our crew, it's never too late. Thumbs up, hearts racing, comments ablaze. We're building a community that forever stays. Rolling thunder, crushing plains, reaching winds for telling gains. Crush away in lands afar, with every time we raise the bar. Sarah stands tall, eyes on the track, guiding our journey, never looking back. Silver shade, hands on the throttle, we ride the creation full throttle. Rock the subscribe button, don't hesitate. Join our crew, it's never too late. Thumbs up, hearts racing, comments ablaze. We're building a community.
All right, I'm back. There we go. Yep, we're back. All right, we're good to go. So, yeah. All right, yeah, I don't know. It looks like it just kind of glitched out there. So, yeah, I'm back. All my items are back. They're all right here. So I'm going to go and just take all and go ahead and get rid of that storage container. Hide my basher. Christmas music going back again. Christmas music. Christmas music for the holidays. There we go. So, yeah. So when dealing with those novelisks, you got to be very careful. As I was saying before, when I last did it, I didn't have that there. I don't remember what floor I was working on, but it landed somewhere over here. Maybe it was this floor. I went and or no, it was down on the ground. That's right. It was down on the ground. I went down and got it, and I went flying. I mean, flying for a good distance. It was nuts. So yeah, I would be very careful if you see those. Matter of fact, when I see them, I don't even bother picking them up. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. If you want to pick them up, do what I did. Put all your items in a container, even your jetpacks, all these items. Okay. Then save your game. Go ahead, grab the obelisk, and you can run back and pick your stuff back up out of the and put it all, re-equip it again. It's just that's just one thing you can do, so that way it saves you some time. But yeah, it's just really frustrating when that happens. It's just like, you're kidding me. Yeah, and I made a whole joke about it that I think Ada was trying to kill me for not working on the main goal of the game, for trying to build that up there. So that that was a joke I made. So yeah, it's slowly but surely we're working on it. So it looks like the bows are, yeah, it's just they're just not making stuff fast enough. Actually, they're going into overflow, so yeah. Yeah, so they're not really being used for a whole lot. They're just going in and getting overflow. Oh, so we're good there. But I think we do use the bows for the fireworks. Now, I don't remember exactly which fireworks. Because I know we've got, well, we got, looks like, what ones we got? Sparkly, fancy, sweet. Okay, yeah, so we got only 3 different ones. So when you get the fireworks, which is during Ficsmas, you want to use them, you got to use the detonator right here. What is it? What I got in my hand. Now, you got to load it with the ones in particular. So what you have to do is you have to hold R, well, press the reload, then you hold R, and then you can pick the different type of explosive you want to use. So in this case, I want the fancy fireworks. So I'm going to go ahead and put that there. I'm going to load up, and I'm going to hold R, and I'm was that sweet? That was sweet. All right, we're going to do fancy. Okay. Load it up. And we're going to go to sparkly. Okay. And just like when doing normal explosives, if you're on a mouse, if you're using a keyboard, keyboard and mouse, you right click. For console, I don't know what it is. But you basically, in my case, I'd hit the right mouse button and I send the fireworks up into the air. Woo! And if you're producing enough, you can still use them outside of Ficsmas. So I've got lots stored in here and in the dimensional depots, which I love these dimensional depots. So then all I have to do is wherever I'm at, if I need more, I can just come in here and I can just, search for the fireworks, and I can just take what I want and drag them in. And then what'll happen is out of these containers, it'll then feed them up, reload the depot. So that's really freaking cool. So yeah, that's basically, that's why I want to get the fireworks out, because they do have to do with Ficsmas, but I just got to figure out where to put it. And as soon as I do, of course, it's going to need to start using some of these resources. Now, let's see what's going on here. Oh, that's what's going on here. Oh, hey, Majestic. Well, come on in. You pop it in to say hi. I have stopped editing to eat, watch a stream until my stream at 7. I'm doing pretty good. Pretty good. So, yeah, just working on the Ficsmas Factory, since it's now the Ficsmas season, and I just discovered a little bottleneck, which is easy to do when you're building these factories. Yeah. What belt am I using? 5. All right. So I'm going to fix that to 5, and there we go. So, yeah, a little bit of a bottleneck. There we go. That was part of the problem. Now we got tons of bows. Don't know how that happened. It was an easy mistake to make. Yeah. So, yeah, working on the Ficsmas Factory. I had some ideas of what I might want to do if I have to do a 3rd floor. What does the Christmas Factory do? Well, it produces various holiday items. Like this one here, this section here, I am making bows. They're right here. And I've got it's overflow, so it's just recycling them. Fireworks will use some of the bows. Over there, I'm making candy canes. The overall goal is you have to make these items because you need them to make these big Christmas trees right here. These Ficsmas trees right here. These are the fully upgraded Ficsmas trees. Yeah, they are so cute. I got 5 of them. Plus, you can also unlock things where you can have. You'll like these. They are very beautiful. Yes, and you'll like the snowmen. You got snowmen. You can put snowmen. Designed. I put them here in the middle of the factory. You got these nice decorative candy canes. These holiday wreaths. Got trains going around it. Yeah, they're really cool. So yeah, that's why it's the Ficsmas Factory. So I decorate it for Ficsmas. And of course, when Ficsmas is over, I shut this factory's set so I could shut it down. I've got a room where I can do that because there's no sense in using up power when it's not going to be able to make anything, because the gifts at the event runs from December 1st to the 18th of January. So when the event is over, these little trees I've got under here that make the gifts, they stop making gifts. So yeah, so there's no point. So I just go over here. I could take this switch, flip it, and it shuts the whole Ficsmas factory down. Let's see. Of course, there are trains around the trees. We had one as a kid too. Yeah, I think we may have had that too. I can't remember. It was so long ago. Yeah, I do like the trains going around the tree. They didn't change the Ficsmas event this year. And the reason why they didn't change it is because now this is on console. Now I know this isn't a game you would normally play. I know you like to watch from time to time because it breaks your brain because of the building. But for people who do like these games, who want to play them on console, they brought it to console. So they wanted everyone to be able to enjoy the Ficsmas event. Yeah, just a little. Yeah, I get where you're coming from on that. Yeah, I get it. Sometimes it breaks my brain too, especially when I had to solve the train problem. It was just crazy. Trains kept backing up on me. It's like, you're kidding. But I finally got that fixed. Yeah, it was breaking my brain a little too. So yeah, so they wanted everyone to be able to enjoy it. And so that's why they didn't change it. So that's why I'm just kind of, you know, make things a little bit more efficient. But of course, if they change it next year, I may have to redo the whole friggin' thing. It just depends on what they change. Now, if I have to add a third floor, I had a crazy idea and I was trying to experiment with it. Where did it go? Here it is, right here. Because I was looking at this right here and I'm like, doesn't that look like train tracks? That looks like train tracks. So what I was trying to experiment with doing was taking these foundations and put them down, and I've got it set so I can just filter this out. And now, oh, I have to, they hover, but I could always fix that. Yeah, I have to play with it a little bit, but I mean, but just looking at that, now that looks like actual train tracks. That looks like actual train, like actual, even though you got, you know, the trains running, you know, the little bars there, but now it looks like train tracks. I'm like, yes. So I could definitely try to experiment with that. I could try going into blueprint designers and create that so that I could just easily lay that down, because I like the look of that. I really do. That looks so much like train tracks. It really does. I think that is slick. But I'm gonna leave that there. The other thing too for Ficsmas is you have to unlock things, and I'm gonna go over here to the hub, and I'm gonna put down a MAM so I don't have to keep flying all over the place for the research, so I can kind of share things back and forth. This is especially for anyone that plays on console that's never experienced this before. I've gone over a couple times, but obviously, you know, people come and go to the stream, so they may not have been here when I explained it. So go ahead and let me put the MAM down. All right, so in the MAM. Oh, hi, Zechariah. Welcome on in. Glad you could make it. So in the MAM, during Ficsmas, you have this active. It's your Ficsmas research tree. And so obviously it looks like a big Christmas tree, or yeah, the way it's designed. So you got your base, you got things you can unlock, and you have to basically, in order to get it, excuse me, oof. You got your base, and you need these cartridges, which I happen to have right here. And the only way to get these cartridges, because not all of them need it, like if I want to unlock the candy cane basher and the candy cane, I need the tree branches, so I have to start producing those to unlock the candy cane. So you'll need, some of them will just need items, but some of them will need these cartridges. And you get these cartridges from this advent calendar right here. And there's only 25 days on the calendar. And so, because it's the second day, I've already opened up number 1 and number 2. And number 1, I think, was the first one that gave me the data cartridge. So you have to go through the calendar each day, and you'll get the cartridges out of the calendar. So I won't do tomorrow. I won't open up day 3. I'll probably next time I won't. I'll wait till the next time I stream here for the event. I'll open up the days up to that point. So it'll be like 3, 4, 5, 6, or whenever I get back here. So all those. You graduated? Well, if you graduated, congrats. All right. Yeah, it is a really good idea. And you get resources and stuff out of here. Yeah, it's really cool. So yeah, I won't each day I won't open up. I'll open up all the rest on the stream. So like, you know, I'll do like 3, 4, 5, 6. Whenever I get back in here, I'll do them all on stream for people to see. And if you get stuck, you can't find a day, you get a 6-week holiday. Cool. If you get stuck, you can get a hint. So you put the number in you're looking for. You know, let's just say, I've already done it, but you say 2, get a hint, and it'll show you where it's at. But because I've already got 2, I already did that. But I try to find them first. But if you get stuck, you can put the number in you're looking for, and it'll kind of show you where it's at and help you out. But yeah, it's really cool. Now, if you don't want to participate, you can go into the settings and you can turn Ficsmas off, because obviously it is holiday related and not everybody celebrates like this kind of holiday, and so they don't want to do it, which is fine. So they give people the option to turn it off. It's not required, it's not mandatory. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it for the main story. So you can completely skip it. It's optional. And you can turn it off in the settings. And so that's fine. So they give people choices. And the cool part here too is the hub is decorated in, you know, like all holiday stuff. Really cool. Things, I hope you have a great day. Thank you. You too. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, and the toilet here works. You can flush it and it gets water all over the floor.
Modern plumbing might be humanity's best invention.
Modern plumbing, yeah. And then Ada's the AI. She said some weird things. And this person here was, you see, My Games UK. He was a content creator that came in. I don't know if I can remove him from. I'd have to look. It probably is a way I can, but I'm just gonna leave him here. He's just sitting here, drinking his tea because he is from the UK. So he's drinking his tea. Yeah, no, I would have said it looked like coffee, but he's from the UK, so he might drink coffee, but most likely he's probably drinking tea. If he drink, give me tea or coffee, whatever he wants to drink. It's fine with me. So yeah, so I just it brings the hub to life with him still sitting in there. He's obviously not in the game. It's just his like the avatar. So if he were to come in, and he could be able to control it. So yeah. So yeah, it's really cool. It's all decked out. You can customize your character. They've done a really good job. But yeah, like I said, the event, it's basically, it's optional. You don't have to do it. So yeah, it is kind of cool. And you can get these, this is really cool too. These lights here, these are actually power lines. So I'll give you an example. I'll show you an example. Let's go. Yeah, we'll do it right here. Let me get power line here. Power line. Actually, power pole here. Obviously, I can always yank these out later. This is just basically more for a demonstration. All right, so now I've got them right here. So now I'm going to get. Actually, this is wrong. I need to go under Ficsmas. I need the power light right there. So I click. Yeah, I'll click right. Do both? Yeah, let's do that. Go there. And let's go to the other one. If I can. What the heck is that? What was that? That was weird to go way over there. I don't know why. Click in place. Come on. There we go. All right. So there we go. Finally. Holy stromboli. I don't think I can do another one because it's tied into there. So yeah, see it's the power lines with lights on it. And I can just go here, click here, here, and here. But I'm curious if I take this off, will they be lit? Yeah, they'll be lit. So I could just kind of do that and kind of decorate. All right, I gotta go. Have a good rest of your stream. I will have to come and check out Ficsmas Factory process. Oh, absolutely, yeah. And thanks for stopping in. What are you streaming today, by the way, Majestic? Is it Planet Crafter today? Voyagers in there. Okay, cool, very cool. So yeah, so if you so anyone watching, maybe go check out Majestic, after because my stream's gonna be, I'll be cutting my stream here pretty soon. So make sure you go check out Majestic. She's gonna be doing Voyages in Era. She's a good content creator. She's got some good stuff. It's just youtube.com/@MajesticCarlin. Go check out her content. She's gonna be live streaming here. So go check out her content. She's a good content creator. So yeah, go show her some support as well. Yeah, she does Planet Crafter. She does all kinds of stuff. Oh, you're very welcome, Majestic. Yep, I'll probably be stopping by here pretty soon myself. Once I'm done here, probably won't be too much longer. I'll probably be cutting it here in just a few minutes myself. So yeah, you got the Christmas lights. You could probably do all kinds of cool things with it. But yeah, I thought that was kind of cool the way you got that. Just leave that like that for now. It helps a little festive decoration beyond the factory. It's always kind of cool. So yeah, just kind of putz around. I don't think we got as much done as I wanted to today, but we did get, we did get some problems fixed. I think that's the more important thing. We had a lot of our trains problems, going through. And definitely thanks for stopping in, Majestic. I don't know if I said that. I may have forgot. So, but definitely thanks for stopping in, Majestic. We always appreciate it. All right, so yeah, we added an extra train. We reline. Well, not really. We added this line in here to kind of get trains so they're out of this middle a little bit, so things can keep flowing smoothly. And I think by doing that, we fixed a little issue inside the track down here, and that seems to have helped fix some of the trains backing up, and I think that's got things flowing smoothly again. But I think I'm definitely gonna have to figure this out because I like the look of that. I really truly do. I could see myself, it might be a little bit of work, but tell you what, instead of having to fly all over, let me get it out. It's here. Train lines, street lights. Yeah, here we go. I'll just come over here real quick. I'll just plop it right here. I think that would fit nicely right through here. Matter of fact, I think it would. I got room gap right there. That would probably close that gap in nicely. Oh, wow. Ooh, I think I'm gonna have to do that. Oh, I think I'm so gonna have to do that. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I have to experiment with that. Yeah, that's gonna look. Oh, yeah, that would look cool. That would look really freaking cool. Oh, yeah. Make it look like actual train tracks. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna have to remember to do that. So I'm gonna leave that there. That's why I'm not yanking that, because that looks like train track. I mean, it really does look like freaking train track. Now, I could, you know what? I'm curious. I am very curious. There's probably going to do a little experimenting. Where do I want to do it? I don't think I want to actually do it on an actual track right now until I know for sure how it's going to look. So let me go into my blueprint designer. We'll go back here. You know what? Yeah, let's put it right there. All right, so I know that it's this. It's a frame floor. And I'm going to have to bring up the floor a little bit. Okay, yeah, that's probably about as good as it's going to get. All right, that's okay. All right, so there we go. We got that right there. Now, I am going to need this beam. Let's run it right along here. Yep, that looks good. That'll do right there. So I think I need to go like that. I'll have to redo that, I think. I'll have to experiment with it. Like I said, this is just kind of a... Get rid of that. Grab that. Right, go there. Oops, wrong way. There we go. And go like that. It's the right height, or is the wrong? It's the wrong. No, it's the wrong height. Get rid of it. Kind of like that. I'll have to experiment with it, of course, like I said. So. Like that. I think that's good. No? Oh. Let me put it in. Let's see. Yeah, it's definitely not. Yeah, it's too low. I can see it. Yeah, I can see it's too low. Let's see. Go right there. Ah, I think I got the right. Okay. This is just an experiment anyway. All right, so there we go, right there. All right, so there we go. All right, so now that looks better. All right, so now let's grab the track. Okay, and let me get my customizer. Yeah, I have to experiment with it, but that looks almost like railroad tracks. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna tear this apart, but I'll have to experiment with further off, probably off stream, but. That looks good. I'll probably come up with blueprints for that because I'm going to probably want to do that in a lot of, probably anywhere, almost anywhere I can. So yeah, I'm going to probably want blueprints for this. But wow, that looks really good. I like that. That, you know, because it's got asphalt underneath, but that looks great. I like that. That looks really good. Like I said, I got to play with it, experiment with it. But let me put a train on the track. We'll put a train right there. And let's get a freight car. And I'm gonna fit. Okay. Yeah, but oh yeah. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. Wow. Yeah, I'll have to experiment with it, of course. But yeah, I like that. That's good. what I'm going to do is get rid of that whole thing, and then now I'm left with this. Yeah, so that's the frame. Okay. There. All right. There we go. Yeah, I'll have to experiment with that. I could see that being, yeah. Might not work if it's raised up. I'll have to see how it would work through here. What might be interesting, but if I could get it to work through the stations like this, that would be cool. I like the look of that. I really do. That's gonna look so cool. Make it look like train tracks. Oh yeah. Take it up a notch. That, yeah. Obviously, some of the things that have to be redone depending on here, possibly. But that's okay. I can make things look a little cleaner. Yeah, obviously, it may not work through. I could try to make it work through here. Might be kind of tough because of these junctions. So, yeah, it might be kind of tough. But, you know, just overall look at certain sections should be fine. So, yeah, we got a decent amount. Didn't get as much done as I would have liked to have gotten done, but we did take a couple tours. We did go over some of the Ficsmas stuff a few times, especially since for people that have never seen the event, or this their first time. So explaining how some things work, and see the overall goal of the event, you know, how it's also optional. We did fix some of the train lines because the trains kept backing up on us, which that was more important. I mean, yeah, we need to get them, but it also shows for people who may be struggling with the trains, you know, when you have issues, how to troubleshoot and how to fix. You know, sometimes you just have to reroute and come up with an alternative line to get the trains to function properly. So, you know, I always, you know, the KISS method, keep it simple, Silver, and that's what I do. So try to keep it as simple as possible, because the more complicated it gets, the more chance you're going to break your brain. So so that's what we've done. We'll have to see where we're at next week. We'll definitely be doing the advent calendar, you know, for the day. You know, obviously I'm not going to open up every single day off stream. I'll do it while on stream, and then we'll get back to probably doing more decorations for the Ficsmas Factory, because I like this idea for making it look like train tracks. See, if I could do that, possibly. I don't know, it's kind of tight the way it is. I don't know if I could do it through here. I could try to experiment. So I got to be careful, because as soon as I do that, it's going to cause trains to back up. So that's why I didn't do it out there when I was experimenting, because I didn't want any trains to back up. So they've already been backing up on me a lot. So, but yeah, that's why I'm keeping that here. It might be good just to make it look like tracks right here. Yeah. I'll have to redo that, but yeah, that looks really good. I may take this bar, well, the bar underneath. Let me see something. Yeah, that bar underneath is there for a reason, decoration. So yeah. Yeah, so I may just have to leave the track as is like that. And if I can connect it to run up into here, you're really not gonna notice too much. That it's hovering right there. You're not really gonna detect. But yeah, I think I'm gonna leave that, and I think that's a good idea. Track along here and here, yeah. I could even maybe put some trains in. Decorate the trains. Yes. I think that's what we're going to do next time. I think that's what we're going to do. I think we're going to work for decorations. We're going to focus more in this area here a little bit. And the reason, because especially if they change the event, who knows what's going to happen here. But if we get this done, then what we'll probably end up doing is we'll go in and maybe start adding sections for lights, I think. I think that's going to be our best bet, is adding ceiling lights through here and decorate the top of the ceiling, because that's not going to affect under here. Not going to affect here. It's going to make it so it's easier to see if we have to work down here, because you can see down here it is just absolutely dark. It's really dark down So yeah, we'll get some lights. And if we have to rip a lot of this stuff out, then if we have to rip it out, then we can start figuring out, all right, how do we want to get more lights in here? Like maybe I can put lights through here. Stuff. But I think the best thing to do is work in the middle. You know, design that. We'll maybe put some trains up there with the tracks. And then start working on designing the ceiling lights in here. Make it so that it's not so dark down here. You know, and you work in section by section. Work here, and if we get time, we'll move to the next one. We'll definitely need to work on these bridges, on some of them. But yeah, no, it's turning out really nice. Yeah, I mean, these trees are really cool. But yeah, I think this would be cool. Having the trains up here. Don't think we can put decorations actually on the train, but I might be able to, because I might be able to get things to attach here, and they might be close enough to the train to make it look like it's on the train. So I'll have to experiment. We'll definitely experiment with that, but next stream. But I like this idea. As a matter of fact, I kind of remind myself. I'm gonna go and just slap a train. There's the track right there. Just so I know I'm gonna have to redo it, but just so I know that would be cool. Get some decorative, festive colors. Maybe change the trains. You know, train sets up here. That would be so cool. Yeah, I like that idea. Especially, you know, anyone who's grew up having trains around the Christmas trees, like Majestic was saying earlier. Yeah, that's gonna be fantastic. Now, I don't. Obviously, this is not going to be able to track through here, but it's okay. It's not meant to be working. Now, if I had to do another floor, I could possibly make that work. Have a train running around up top. I could. It's possible to do. I could make it work where it's just designed just to have a train and decorate around. It's possible. Just depends. I have to wait and see how it goes. That might not be this year. That might be next year if we have to add another floor. That definitely will not be this year. So, yeah. But for now, that's why I think I'm going to leave it here. So, yeah, that's the idea. We're going to work on here, get to work on this design in here, and then maybe lights and start on the quadrant so it's not so dark under there. And we're probably going to need lights in here too. So we'll need to work on some kind of light design. Because you can see it is getting a little dark in here. We could probably use some more lights in here too. So I think that's the focus, is this middle section, because it won't really be affected too much if and when they do update Ficsmas. So that way, because this is like the focal piece, the center. So we want to make this look really good, make it really stand out, make it really pop, and then we can work on the rest slowly, like underneath for lights and stuff if there's time. That's the goal next time. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to leave it here. Yeah, next time we come back, that's what we're going to do. We're going to work on this middle section. So with that, I want to thank everyone for watching. You got value out of this content, please hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you've already subscribed, thank you. We do appreciate it. If you're watching on Twitch, make sure you follow there. If you've already followed on Twitch, thank you. We do appreciate it. Tomorrow, tentatively, Sarah will be here at 6 p.m. with Skyrim. I say tentatively because it just depends on what's going on with the Star Rupture playtest. Because I definitely want to stream that. But since it's the co-op playtest, I'm gonna see if I can't get some other content creators to collab. So, and the time might be a little bit different than when I and so if I do it tomorrow, I have to see. It all depends. Sarah, good chance Sarah might be here. It just depends though on what's going on. We've got to keep the schedule flexible this week because of the Star Rupture co-op playtest, and that's why I mentioned at the beginning of the stream. Thursday and Friday also. Even though I may or may not be starting at noon, it all depends on what's going on with the Star Rupture playtest. I may be covering it both those days. It depends. If not, could be later in the evening. I don't know. That's why my schedule's kind of tentative. And Sarah's schedule could also be in flux this week as well. But definitely keep an eye out on if you're not in our Discord, we do post updates in there. On our we also do on our on our community page and YouTube. Sometimes we post updates there. So yeah, it just depends on what's going on. Yeah, sometimes if we can't post updates, it just depends on how hectic and crazy and chaotic things get, because it can be. Anyone who's a content creator at live streams knows that sometimes things just get so crazy that sometimes you just don't have time to post updates and stuff like that, because it just gets so nuts. All right, so with that, I'm gonna get out of here. Again, I want to thank everybody for watching. We appreciate it. We're definitely trying to get to 500 subscribers. We're getting really close. Last time I looked, we were at like 487. So thank you to everyone who subscribed and been watching, checking out our content. We do appreciate it. So yeah, hopefully by Christmas, we hope to get to 500. If not, it's okay. We'll get there. We know we will. With that, I'm going to get on out of here. This is Silvershade saying, gamers don't die. See y'all at the respawn point. Bye, everybody.